Honorary Scholarship, which ran through my entire undergraduate study in industrial chemistry, where I finished as one of the best students and was retained as a graduate assistant. During the same PhD, I established a community library and Ulbs for girls. I published in high-impact journals of my dreams, developed a food security/climate change game, and even wrote my 5th book, an engaging and illustrative guide that simplifies complex chemistry concepts. The manuscript is in its final stages, awaiting a worthy publisher to bring it to life. For someone who was constantly advised to japa and even worked hard at it, these accolades are not just mere milestones, but proof of what can be achieved when you stay within God's perfect will. Thank God I renewed my hope in Nigeria, the black nation of Africa, and decided to contribute my quota. Today, I'm the first ever recipient of this award from the Department of Chemistry, a distinction I hope inspires others. Now I have people frequently asking me, how did you achieve all this? My advice is simple. You don't have to be phenomenal. Instead, have a clear goal. Break it down into achievable chunks. Get a good mentor. Take stock every day. Collaborate, innovate, and surround yourself with the right people. On a lighter note, be ready for hard times, like when your methodologies constantly fail, even though you've tried them before and they've worked previously. Or when your laptop crashes and you lose all your data. That happened to me in the middle of completing my thesis write-up. You can imagine. When the hard time comes, brace up yourself to triumph, be resilient, and hold strongly to God. As a proud Nigerian, I am deeply committed to the pursuit of solutions that address our national challenges, especially in the area of food security and sufficiency. My research thesis on extending cassava shelf life has the potential to revolutionize agriculture and position Nigeria as a global leader in cassava innovation. For national development, much work remains to be done in Nigeria, the giant of Africa. I therefore urge stakeholders to collaborate in transforming more research outcomes into impactful national solutions that can be effectively implemented. As I begin to draw this speech to a close, let me take this opportunity to quote one of my colleagues and fellow graduate, Dr. Mayowa C. Adeyeye, as I give a special intellectual shout-out to our amiable Dean of School of Postgraduate Studies, Professor Abraham Oshinobi, and the entire SPGS team. Your radical, visionary, and progressive leadership has not only unclogged the paths to our dreams, but also has transformed the University of Lagos SPGS. We thank you and your vibrant team, flanked by the ever-approachable and problem-solving sub-dean, Dr. Adegboyega Enyimowo. Without your proactiveness and path-breaking policy decisions, many of us will still be languishing in the dark tunnels of an unending PhD. In the words of Nelson Mandela, it always seems impossible until it's done. Today, I stand before you as a living proof that with faith, determination, and resilience, the impossible can become a reality. To my predecessors, I say thank you for inspiring me to aspire and not retire in this PhD sojourn. To my dear colleagues and fellow graduates, we all are the true winners of this award, so give yourselves a round of applause. I feel so proud to belong to such a distinguished set, the record-breaking set with the highest number of graduates since the inception of PhD programs in Unilag. I couldn't have wished for another cohort. We were made in Unilag, designed to rule our world. Let's do just that. To my successors, I say dream it, believe it, work and pray hard at it. Finally, this honor is not mine alone. It belongs to one who has made the most impact in my life more than anyone else since the beginning of this PhD journey. My best friend, my mentor, my superman, my darling, His Royal Excellency, Professor Sunday Abayomi Adebisi. Thank you very much. God bless you for pushing my wings to fly and for kneeling with me to pray. God bless you one more time. To my dear family represented by my dearest parents, Prince Adeshegun and Olori Bemisola Akitoye, and the Lagos Royal Ruling House, represented by the Oba of Lagos and his white cap chiefs present here today. To the Erelu of Lagos, Her Excellency, Dr. Abiola Dosunmu, my auntie, she's also here. Thank you for the honor, ma'am. This award belongs to everyone, one more thing, and to the entire Lagos State, represented by the delectable secretary. I especially thank Mr. Governor, His Excellency, Babatunde Olushola Sanwo-Olu. Thank you for your kind and generous gifts and for the commendation. This award belongs not only to me, but to everyone who dares believe in me. To my supervisors, my dear Professor Wesley O. Okie and Dr. Isaac Akimbulu, who sacrificed their time and efforts in this journey, I am so grateful. To all my academic teachers in the Department of Chemistry, my PG coordinators, I'm grateful for your unquantifiable impact. Thank you to all my big sis in chemistry department. I appreciate you all. I deeply appreciate all my UNILA communities of mothers. I'm seeing some of them smiling at me. I thank you so much. Thank you to my UNILA community of fathers, my big uncles and aunties. Believe me when I say I have a whole lot. I am eternally appreciative of my spiritual fathers, both present here today or not, and my dear teacher, who came here to honor me. Your prayers and spiritual guidance have eventually paid off. Now to the great and incomparable University of Lagos, governed by the super intelligent, delectable, visionary Vice Chancellor, our mommy UNILAG, Professor Folashade Tolulope Ogunshola. To the ever-resilient Faculty of Science with the proactive Captain and Dean, Professor Taiwo Olayinka Ashekun. To the all-encompassing Department of Chemistry, led by my exceptional HOD, Professor Shegun Ayejio. This is our win. This is where the sky begins, and this is our victory. Thank you, and God bless UNILAG. Thank you. Thank you.
Chancellor, sir, permit me to recognize some dignitaries who have come to celebrate this occasion with us. I have in our midst Professor Andrew Haruna, the Secretary General, Committee of Vice Chancellors. You're welcome, sir. Professor Olumuyiwa Odusoya, Vice Chancellor, Lasus Tech. You're welcome, sir. Professor Bertrand Uwosu, the representative of the acting Vice Chancellor, UNIZIC. You're welcome, sir. Dr. Fortune Obikwere, representative of the Vice Chancellor, Christopher University. Thank you for coming. Professor A.I. Oluwaranti, representative of the Vice Chancellor, Obafemi Awolowo University. You're welcome, sir. Chancellor, sir, I have the pleasure to invite the University of Lagos Alumni President worldwide, Engineer Ifeoluwa Oyedele, Fellow Academy of Engineering, to administer the alumni pledge.
Chancellor, sir, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who is also the visitor to the University of Lagos, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, hereby represented by the Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Olatunji Alausa. Dr. Olatunji Alausa. The Chancellor of the University, the Honorable Minister himself, the Pro-Chancellor, the Vice-Chancellor, other protocols duly observed because of time. Before I proceed with my duty, it is the tradition of the University of Lagos Alumni Association to present awards and cash gifts to those who have distinguished themselves in the university. I therefore have the honor to call Dr. Eniola Niniola Ladipo, who has the overall best PhD thesis in humanities, to please step forward to receive her plaque. And while we're doing that, may I please request that Dr. Akintoye should please get ready. On behalf of the University of Lagos Alumni Association, I present to you this Merit Award for your brilliant performance at the Best PhD Thesis in Humanities at the 55th Convocation Ceremony. I also present to you this cash award of 500,000 naira. Dr. Adetong Alaba Akintoye. On behalf of the University of Lagos Alumni Association, I present to you this Merit Award for your brilliant performance in presenting the best PhD thesis in sciences at this year's 55th Convocation Ceremony. I also present to you this cash gift of 500,000 naira. Today marks the grand finale of activities marking the 55th convocation of the University of Lagos, Nigeria's university of first choice and the nation's pride. We have just witnessed the award of master's degrees, postgraduate degrees, diplomas, and PhD degrees in various disciplines to deserving students who have successfully completed their courses and passed the various examinations in the university. On behalf of the National Executive Council and the entire members of the University of Lagos Alumni Association, I heartily congratulate you, your families, and the various faculties. I'm filled with immense pride and joy to stand before you this august assembly to welcome you into the fold of the prestigious Alumni Association. For some of you, it is a homecoming as you obtained your first degrees from this same university. Yet, I'm not unaware that some of you acquired your earlier degrees from other institutions. Nevertheless, I am confident that you will soon appreciate how much confidence and status, your status has been boosted by your admission into the membership of this great institution and this association. Unfortunately, I was not sufficiently primed to have been tempted to pursue higher degrees like you. But as a parent of children who have successfully walked this same path, even up to the PhD level, I profoundly appreciate the rigors you must have gone through. Nevertheless, I can still remember, albeit at a lower level, the day of my own convocation 43 years ago, in this same hallowed chamber, alongside friends and classmates filled with dreams and aspirations. Our university, the University of Lagos, was and is still the foundation for growth, education, and lifelong friendships. As alumni of the University of Lagos, there are some unique facts about us. We have some of the most notable alumni in the entire world, and I say this with all sense of responsibility. In Nigeria, we can begin from the Chief Justice of the Federation, the Inspector General of Police, the Honorable Minister of Mines and Steel Development, the Chief of Staff to the Federation, the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court, the Pro-Chancellor of the University of Lagos and Chairman of the Council, the Honorable Minister of Education. I can go on and on and on and on. As alumni of the University of Lagos, there are some unique facts about us. We have some of the most notable alumni in the world. Their sheer resilience and determination is unparalleled. Permit me to give you an example. You will recall that in 2012, there was an attempt to change the name of this university. The bid was staunchly rejected by our association, which at the time was presided over by Professor Olaide Abbas, OON. A day after the announcement, many alumni stormed this same hall that we are seated in today, and immediately a committee was formed under the chairmanship of the man who is today the Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of the Governing Council of this great citadel of learning, Chief Oluwole Olanipekun, SAN, CFR, to strategize on how to abort the plan. The select group included Senator Dipo Odujini, Asiwaju Michael Olaleko Cole, the late Prince Yemi Adefulu, Mr. Dele Adeshino, SAN, and my humble self, who was the youngest member of that group. Our campaign to oppose the unwelcome decision was successfully championed almost singularly by this man led by Chief Wole Olanipekun, who at that time never dreamt that a day like this will come. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in applauding these heroes. Our network is therefore a formidable community, and we recognize the power that we wield. This network traverses the globe, and we are known for our brilliance and refinement. This is the impressive group we are today striding into. In the words of our university anthem, we can proudly say, indeed and in truth, we rise beyond the skies. I dare say, even beyond the stars. As you are no doubt aware, the dichotomy between the academia and the industry is shrinking. The role of the academia is increasing and has become more significant. Today, attention has shifted to what we call, or what some call, Industry 5.0, where the academia must partner government, the industry, the community, and deal with the environment, thus being key agents in the creation and transfer of knowledge towards human development in the 21st century. This works both ways and deepens synergy as the industry applies the results of research to the advancement of the society. At this point, we must not fail to appreciate the faculty and staff of the university. And by these, I mean all members of staff, starting with the indefatigable Madam Vice Chancellor, Professor Folashade Ogunshola, OON, FAS, the deputy vice chancellors, the deans, the heads of departments, the various lecturers, and the academic staff union, the non-academic staff union, and also including the junior staff of the university, for the role for their enormous contribution to the attainments we have witnessed since the beginning of this week. I'm sure you will join me to thank them for their dedication and perseverance in the face of daunting challenges. I am confident that we will continue to give those coming behind the same kind of service that will make them look forward to returning to their alma mater for the unique experience that they will remember fondly and be inspired for their enthusiastic return to give back to our university as they progress in life. As I round off my speech, I would like to leave you with a quote that I've heard time and again. Graduation is not the end. It is the beginning. Greatest Akokites, the world awaits your brilliance. Always remember to stay connected to your alma mater. Finally, to the awardees of the prestigious honorary doctorate degrees of our university, Mr. Fola Adeola, OFR, MNI, it's very coincidental that a few weeks ago you admitted me into a very prestigious organization, and today I have the honor to admit you into another very great organization. And of course, Mr. Kola Adeshino, MFR, FNSC, my own Aburo, I'm excited that your exceptional impact on society is again being recognized by the University of Lagos and indeed the entire world. We are proud of your achievements, which are pointers to the fact that your tenacity, your courage, and fervency are potent. We are delighted that you are connected to our community, and we urge you not to relent on your exploits. Please accept, on behalf of the National Executive Council and the entire members of the University of Lagos Alumni Association, my warmest congratulations for these well-deserved recognitions. On that note, it is now my privilege and honor to invite all of you graduating students, including those who have had the benefit of taking this alumni pledge before, to please be upstanding to take the alumni pledge. When I start, you will say your name, starting with your first name and your surname, and you will repeat after me. I do solemnly pledge, as a proud alumnus of the University of Lagos, to conduct myself in a manner befitting my status and in the best traditions of distinguished alumni before me, be and remain a most worthy ambassador, upholding the best in human values and employing distinctive skills and competencies to create value in all my pursuits and in all my endeavors for the sustained progress and greater glory of my alma mater, my country, Nigeria, and the society at large. So help me God. Now, I know that those who come to take master's degree and PhD are big men and women. But in the tradition of the University of Lagos Alumni Association, there is one duty that you will do for me this afternoon. You will have to shout. And I urge you not to be modest about it, because the Honorable Minister is here, but unfortunately the visitor is in Abu Dhabi, so he must hear you. Great Akokites. All of those your children, undergraduates who did their own day before yesterday and today, they did far, far better than this. You will be surprised. Great Akokites. Great Akokites. Greatest of the greatest of the greatest of the greatest of the greatest. Thank you and God bless you. The shout of rejoicing will never cease from your homes.
Thank you, ISL Band. Thank you very much, University of Lagos International School Band. Chancellor, sir, the University Senate, under the enabling law, has decided to award titles of honorary doctorate degrees to each of the underlisted eminent persons who have distinguished themselves in their various fields. May I now invite the University Orator, Professor Adewale Olawoyin, SAN, to present each honoree. I have the list, the gold medalist, Professor Victor Chiagozie Ariole, Emerita Professorship, Professor Olukayode Oladipo Amond, FAS, Professor Babajide Ibitayo Alo, FAS, Honorary Doctorate Degrees, Mr. Kolawole Adeshino, MFR, FNSE, Mr. Afolabi Tajuddin Adiola, OFR, MNI, and Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. Dr. Okonjo-Iweala, as announced earlier, will not be formally conferred at this convocation, as she is unavoidably absent. The University Orator. May I now call on Professor Victor Chiagozie Ariole.
Chancellor, sir, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present the citation of Professor Victor Ariole. Victor Chiagozie Ariole is a professor of French and Francophone Studies in the Department of European Languages and Integration Studies, University of Lagos. He was born on March 12, 1961, in Oka, Isiala Mbano, Imo State. Between 1966 and 1974, he attended Oka Secondary School in Mbano and École Primary Catholique Yamoussoukro, Côte d'Ivoire, for his primary school education. He had his secondary school education at the Côte d'Ivoire Center of Rapid Results, London, College London, where he obtained his GCE O-levels. He studied French education at the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, for his undergraduate degree and graduated with the Bachelor of Arts in Education, second class upper division in 1986. He also went on to have his postgraduate studies in the then Department of European Languages and was awarded the degree of Master of Arts, MA in French, in 1989. He later proceeded to study for his doctoral degree in French and obtained his PhD in 2004. In 2011, he was awarded the Master of Business Administration, also from the University of Lagos. He began his academic career at the University of Lagos in 1991 as an assistant lecturer in the French unit of the Department of European Languages and rose through the ranks to become a full professor in 2012. During this period, in addition to other significant contributions to the university, he served as Sub-Dean of the Faculty of Arts from 2004 to 2006 and Head of Department of European Languages and Integration Studies from 2014 to 2017. Professor Victor Ariole is a renowned author of 16 books, including 4 novels, and a co-author of 3 books on learning French. He has published 18 articles in international peer-reviewed journals, 32 articles in local journals and chapters of books, and 56 conference papers. Beyond his primary academic duties, he has served as a part-time translator for Amnesty International, bilingual auditing consultant to the Nigerian Benin Joint Ventures, and consultant for the Open University of Nigeria's French program curriculum in 2006. He has also acted as external examiner and/or assessor for several institutions, including the University of Calabar, the University of Benin, the University of Ilorin, Nnamdi Azikiwe University, and Adeniran Ogunsoya College of Education, and the Covenant University. Professor Ariole has been teaching French courses at the University of Lagos for over 30 years. His teaching areas are French grammar, stylistics, syntax, and Francophone literature, covering metropolitan France, the diaspora, Africa, and the Caribbean. His research includes neuropsycholinguistics, the isolation of content peculiarities, and their interactive process in translation, multicultural environments such as international organizations, and cultural integration in socio-economic activities. His research interests are shaped by multiculturalism, plurilingualism, bilingual content within the framework of globalization, and the neuronal dynamics of communities participating in these processes as analyzed through psycholinguistic frameworks. He has received awards for Best Researcher in the Faculty and Distinguished Researcher of the University. He was also a French government-sponsored research scholar in Bessohorn, France. He is a selected technical reviewer of the French program by the National Universities Commission for the core curriculum and minimum academic standards for Nigeria, and is also an active participant in the African Research Security Consortium and the Institute for Peace and Conflict Resolution. Professor Ariole is a fellow of the Nigerian Institute of Management, Financial Secretary of the Nigerian Academy of Letters 2021 to 2025, a member of the Nigerian Institute of International Affairs. He is also Vice President of the Nigerian Institute of Translators and Interpreters, which was founded by Professor Ekundayo Simpson, a renowned AIIC member. In addition, he is a member of the West African Research Association based at Boston University, USA, and was once a WARA-sponsored conference scholar in Dakar. He has also received TED Fund conference sponsorships to Ghana. He is married and has children. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Professor Ariole.
By the authority vested in me as a Chancellor, I confer upon you the title of Gold Medalist of the University of Lagos. Congratulations.
I now call on the Emeriti Professorship Award, Professor Olukayode Hammond, FAS, to come up.
Chancellor, sir, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present the citation of Professor Olukayode Oladipo Hammond. Professor Olukayode Oladipo Hammond, FAS, FAAS, FRSB, FIPMD, FASI, was born on 5th May 1953 in Surulere local government area of Lagos State. He had his primary and secondary schooling at Methodist Primary School and St. John's Grammar School, Ile-Ife, between 1958 and 1969, and obtained the first school leaving and West African school certificates respectively. He attended St. Gregory's College, Obalende, Lagos, where he received the higher school certificate in 1972 to 1973. He gained admission to the University of Lagos in 1974 and had the Bachelor of Science degree in biology with first-class honors in 1977. He started his master's program at the University of Kent at Canterbury in 1979 and completed his PhD program in biotechnology within 3 years at Cranfield University, Bedford in 1982. Professor Hammond's academic working career started at the University of Lagos as a graduate assistant in 1978. On obtaining a PhD degree in 1982, he was appointed a lecturer grade 2 and became a full professor in 1998. His research specialization is in the area of petroleum and environmental microbiology. His inaugural lecture, titled "The Oil-Eating Microbe, a Remedy to the Menace of Oil Pollution," popularly tagged the Millennium Lecture, was delivered on 19th January 2000. He has produced 18 PhD graduates, some of who are now professors, while others work in the industry. He has had diverse administrative experience at the University of Lagos, having served in several positions and been on the membership of many university boards and committees. He has also led NUC accreditation panels to many universities in Nigeria and has served as external examiner and assessor for professorial candidates to many universities. From his array of research efforts, he has published 141 research papers in reputable learned journals, presented 59 papers at local and international conferences across the world. He is an environmental consultant to the Nigerian oil industry, a member of many learned societies locally and overseas. He was honored with the Distinguished Professorship of the University of Lagos in 2016 and Knighthood of John Wesley, KJW, by the Methodist Church of Nigeria in 2019. He is married with children, one of whom holds a PhD in food science and a university lecturer in the United Kingdom. Distinguished Professor Olukayode Hammond has maintained an enviable record of service to the University of Lagos, the nation, and the society at large, and has made significant contributions to scholarship in microbiology. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I present Professor Olukayode Hammond.
By the authority vested in me as the Chancellor, I confer upon you the title of Emeriti Professorship of the University, Emeritus, they wrote a mistake, of Lagos, look at it. So congratulations, Emeritus Professorship. So protocol, you correct this. Let this paper correct. Let this put.
Can Mrs. Amonsu step up?
And I'll call on Professor. Mrs. Amon wants to take picture with the husband. No. Madam, please come. Please come. Yes. And I call on Professor Babajide Ibitayo Alo, FAS, to come out for his citation.
Chancellor, sir, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present the citation of Professor Babajide Ibitayo Alo, FAS, FCSN, FNES, FIPAN, FICCON. Professor Babajide Ibitayo Alo is an accomplished academic, an experienced administrator, and an internationally acknowledged expert in sustainability and environmental management issues, especially in developing countries. He was born in Kaduna on 6 October 1951. He attended St. Michael's Primary School, Kaduna, Ibadan, Christ Apostolic Church Grammar School, Uniyere, Ibadan, and Olivet Baptist High School, Oyo, Nigeria, from 1969 to 1970. His tertiary education was at the University of Ibadan, Nigeria, where he obtained a BSc Honors Chemistry, upper second class, in 1974, and then pursued a PhD in chemistry in 1979. He spent an intercalation year on the PhD at the University of Bristol School of Chemistry in the United Kingdom. He also undertook extensive postdoctoral work and served as a visiting assistant professor at the University of Waterloo, Ontario, Canada, from 1983 to 1987. Similarly, Professor Babajide Alo underwent training at the Economic Development Institute of the World Bank on the political economy of the environment from 1994 to 1995. Professor Alo has taught and carried out extensive research in organic chemistry, environmental chemistry, the role of organic toxicants in the environment, climate change studies, and all aspects of environmental management. Over the years, He has distinguished himself as a consummate academic. Through his academic mentorship, he supervised and produced 17 doctoral students, 7 of whom are now full professors, including a deputy vice chancellor in various universities within and outside Nigeria. He has also served as an external examiner for MSc and PhD candidates and as an external assessor for professorial appointments for numerous universities globally, including the University of Ghana, Legon, University of Ibadan, University of Nigeria, Nsukka, and OAU in Ife, to mention a few. He has acquired considerable administrative experience, having served as a 2-term Dean of Postgraduate Studies and later Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academics and Research of Nigeria's University of First Choice, the University of Lagos, for 4 years, comprising 2 terms. To date, he has published 204 journal articles and conference proceedings to his credit. Professor Alo has received numerous honors and awards for his exemplary contributions to academic and administrative development and humanity. He was elected African Scholar of the Year for 2010 at the University of South Africa, Roodeport, South Africa, and he was the first person of color to give a keynote address at the South African Chemical Institute Annual Convention in 64 years. He was appointed Distinguished Professor of Chemistry by the University of Lagos in 2016, the first in Nigeria. Over the past 5 decades, Professor Alo has been involved in several national and international assignments and engagements for the federal government of Nigeria. Some significant and more recent ones include his service in 2016, 2017, 2019, and 2022 as a technical expert on the Nigerian delegation to the respective sessions of the PrepCom meetings established by the UN General Assembly for the development of an Ulbs on the conservation and sustainable use of the marine biological diversity of areas beyond national jurisdiction in New York. As an administrator, Professor Alo served as Managing Director of Unilag Consult, 1994 to 96, Chairman of Unilag Consult Management Board, 2008 to 2012, Chairman of the Board of the University of Lagos Business School, 2019 to 2021, and member of the University of Lagos Governing Council, 2010 to 2016. He was the Center Director Coordinator of the Federal Ministry of Environment and University of Lagos Linkage Center for Environmental Human Resources Development, 1995 to 2021, and is presently the chairman of the board of the center. Professor Alo is a Christian of the Anglican Communion Church of Nigeria Faith and the Diocesan Education Advisor of the Anglican Diocese of Lagos West. He is married with children and retired on the 6th of October 2021 at the mandatory age of 70 after 42 years of uninterrupted service to the University of Lagos. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I present Professor Babajide Alo.
By the authority vested in me as a Chancellor, I confer upon you the title of Emeritus Professorship of the University of Lagos. Congratulations.
Honorary doctorate degrees awardees. I now call on Mr. Kolawole Adeshino, MFR, FNSE.
Chancellor, sir, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present the citation of Mr. Kola Adeshino, MFR. Kola Adeshino is a distinguished entrepreneur with multifaceted expertise across academia, finance, energy, international trade, and diplomacy. Kola serves as Group Managing Director of Sahara Power Group, a member of the Sahara Group, a leading global energy and infrastructure conglomerate noted for bringing energy to life responsibly. He drives Sahara Power Group's mission of responsibly delivering energy solutions across Nigeria and Africa. Born on August 12, 1964, Mr. Adeshino attended Odeda High School, Odeda, Ogun State, and Jibowu High School in Lagos from 1979 to 1984. An alumnus of the University of Lagos, Mr. Adeshino graduated with a BSc in Insurance in 1991, an MSc in Management in 1996, and a Master's in International Law and Diplomacy in 2000. He is an associate of the Chartered Institute of Insurance and an alumnus of the Harvard Business School Executive Education and the Wharton School Advanced Management Program. Mr. Adeshino's work career started with Showtex Nigeria Limited in 1984 to 1987, and from November 2000 to date has been with the Sahara Group, a leading global energy and infrastructure conglomerate with operations in 42 countries across Africa, Asia, Europe, and the Middle East. Kola is an influential voice in the African power sector, frequently sought after to speak at major international conferences. He has delivered over 120 papers in the last 2 decades on subjects ranging from management, energy, risk management, entrepreneurship, mentoring, and leadership, amongst others. His thought leadership centers on transforming Africa from a consumer-based economy to a hub of production and manufacturing and innovative solutions, reinforcing his belief in the continent's untapped potential. He is a fervent advocate for youth empowerment, always willing to spearhead conversations and convene programs targeted at giving expression to the boundless energy and talent of young people across Africa. Under his leadership, Sahara Power Group has employed over 1,000 young engineers, integrating them across various functions. His commitment to mentoring the next generation of African leaders is evident in his efforts to inspire creativity, innovation, and excellence among young professionals. Kola has a large heart that never stops giving. His philanthropic interventions are notable in health, education, capacity building, career development, and entrepreneurial empowerment initiatives. Under his visionary leadership, Sahara Power Group connects over 30 million homes and businesses to electricity through its subsidiaries, including Ikeja Electric, the largest privately owned power distribution business in sub-Saharan Africa, and the Egbe Power PLC, the largest thermal plant in sub-Saharan Africa. Kola holds numerous influential positions, chairing the boards of Ikeja Electric, AXA Mansard PLC, Fountain Insurance Brokers, and Pearl Oncology, a multidisciplinary cancer center, whilst also serving on the boards of major entities such as Egbe Power PLC, First Independent Power Limited, FGN Power Company, a part of the Presidential Power Initiative, and the Port Harcourt Electricity Distribution Company. In acknowledgement of his contributions to Nigeria's development, Kola was conferred with the prestigious National Honors Award of Member of the Order of the Federal Republic of Nigeria by President Muhammadu Buhari. More recently, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu appointed Kola to the Presidential Economic Coordination Council, a body tasked with formulating and implementing a comprehensive economic coordination and planning strategy for Nigeria. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I present Mr. Kola Adesina, MFR, FNSC.
By the authority vested in me as the Chancellor, I confer upon you the title of Honorary Doctorate degree of the University of Lagos. Congratulations. Thank you.
I now call on Mr. Afolabi Tajuddin Adiola, OFR MNI.
Chancellor, sir, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present the citation of Mr. Fola Adiola, OFR MNI. Afolabi Tajuddin Adiola, better known as Fola Adiola, is a distinguished entrepreneur, business leader, and statesman whose groundbreaking achievements in business and transformative public sector reforms have significantly strengthened Nigeria's socio-economic landscape for over 4 decades. Born on the 10th of January 1954 in Lagos, he attended Methodist Boys High School and Yaba College of Technology, where he earned a diploma in accounting. He became a certified chartered accountant of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria in 1980, while working as an accounting trainee, initially with Deloitte Haskins and Sells, and later at D.O. Dafinone and Company. Mr. Adiola quickly realized that his future did not lie in conventional accounting and auditing. Thus, he transitioned into the banking sector, where he had the opportunity to accomplish greater feats. Mr. Adiola worked as a merchant banker at Now Merchant Bank and Continental Merchant Bank until the late 80s, when banking deregulation opened new frontiers. Guided by his conviction that indigenous institutions can operate at global levels of excellence, he joined forces with the late Tayo Aderinukun, MFR, and some 40 other investors to establish Guarantee Trust Bank in 1990. As its pioneering managing director and chief executive officer, Mr. Adiola's visionary leadership grew GTB into the first indigenous Nigerian bank to achieve a profit before tax of 1 billion naira. It was also the first to attain a AA Fitch rating, and in 2002, at the age of 48, he retired from GTB, having built it into one of Africa's most respected financial institutions. Mr. Adiola is committed to a variety of causes. In the year 2000, he founded the not-for-profit Faith Foundation, which focuses on wealth creation through entrepreneurship, combining innovative training, mentoring, loan support, and consulting to support Nigerian entrepreneurs and business owners. Faith Foundation has since become Nigeria's foremost business incubator, connecting over 1 million entrepreneurs across the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory to a wide range of resources, including 230,000 impacted through their short courses and 8,200 entrepreneurs who have graduated from our complete course entrepreneurship program. The foundation has also published 33 leading research reports on Nigerian entrepreneurship ecosystem and 12 books for Nigerian entrepreneurs. He also co-founded and chairs the board of Main One Cable Company, which revolutionized broadband connectivity across West Africa by constructing a 14,000-kilometer open access submarine cable system from Portugal to Lagos. In 2014, Mr. Adiola went on to lead the pension reform process to remodel Nigeria's then dysfunctional pension system, the recommendations of which shaped the Pension Reform Act of 2004 and led to the establishment of the National Pension Commission, PENCOM, where he served as pioneer chairman. Mr. Adiola is dedicated to lifelong personal development and has received executive education at renowned institutions including Harvard Business School, Stanford Graduate School of Business, the Nigerian Institute of Policy and Strategic Studies, and Oxford University's Sahid Business School. He also holds active memberships in professional bodies that uphold global standards of excellence. He is a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, a member of the Chartered Institute of Arbitrators, an accredited mediator in the UK, and an honorary fellow of the Chartered Institute of Bankers in Nigeria. Mr. Fola Adiola exemplifies a deep commitment to nation building, and through his visionary initiatives, he charts new possibilities for humanity, for which he has received high honors, including the National Award of Officer of the Order of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in 2002, and multiple honorary doctoral degrees from various universities. Indeed, his unwavering devotion to innovation and reform continues to shape Nigeria's future while serving as an inspiration to future generations to achieve the impossible. He is married to Ajara and has 6 children. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I present Mr. Fola Adiola, MNI.
me as the I confer upon of honorary doctorate.
May I call on Mrs. Adiola, if she's there, for photographs, sir? Okay. Please. No, I'll sit here. Okay. Okay. All right. Chancellor, sir, I now invite Mr. Foladiola, OFRMNI, to give a response on behalf of the honorees.
The visitor, the minister, the chancellor, the pro-chancellor, the vice-chancellor, the graduates, all other protocols observed, and then ladies and gentlemen, when I learned that I would speak on behalf of today's honorees, I smiled. Because exactly 50 years ago, I was just like any of you. And in my own diploma, not far from here, at Yaba College of Technology, it was there I fully understood the concept of compound interest. The idea that small, consistent investments can grow exponentially over time. I didn't realize then how this principle would transcend the subject of accounting and shape my perspective of national development. I did not know then that my contributions will someday lead me here, standing in academic robes of a degree I cannot read. to receive another honorary degree from, to quote the president, this prestigious university. I don't know the basis on which the president described it as prestigious, but I have my own basis. My immediate older brother took a degree here in engineering. My younger brother, 3 of my younger brothers seated in the audience took degrees from here. And one of them, making a 4th, took a degree from here, and yet a 5th took a postgraduate degree from here. So from my family perspective, it can only be prestigious. Therefore, with great appreciation, on behalf of all of us, honorees, all of us, I thank the Vice Chancellor and the Governing Board of the University of Lagos for awarding us these doctorate degrees, honoris causa. My fellow honorees and I set out to be net providers and contributors, not dependents or drain to our families and society. And by God's grace, our contributions led to an exponential impact on our community and our country, Nigeria. This is compound interest. Tasks and actions that accumulate and multiply over time until they become something bigger than oneself. The average, ordinary citizen today faces enormous pressures: hunger, inflation, unemployment, poor healthcare provision. Poverty is practically chasing you and is right behind you. I can stand before you today because I know what poverty feels like, whether you believe it or not. As you graduate and step into the world of work, think about your choices and your actions. What steps can you take today that will create a compound interest effect in your life? I offer you 3 keys that, when implemented or used consistently, will keep you on the path to success. The first is invest in human capital. The second is learn to live on 90%. And the third is work hard in humility. But first, let's establish a simple fact about our world. In his book, The Road Less Traveled, and I think it was the Pro-Chancellor that referred to the road less traveled in his speech, Scott Peck wrote, "Once we truly know that life is difficult, once we truly understand and accept it, then life is no longer difficult. Because once it is accepted, the fact that life is difficult no longer matters." I can speak for all the honorees here that it wasn't easy for us, not even for the young and brilliant Additional. I think he will continue to be the youngest in groups such as this. When we were growing up, perhaps there were more opportunities, but to us, life was hard. There's this video circulating on social media, and sometimes it is a quote: "Losing weight is hard. Obesity is hard. Working out is hard. Choose your hard. Divorce is hard. Marriage is hard. Remaining single is hard. Choose your hard. Being in debt is hard. Being financially disciplined is hard. Choose your hard. Being unemployed is hard. Working 9 to 5 is hard. Becoming an entrepreneur is hard. And starting a business is hard. Choose your hard." Thank you. You get to choose your hard. There is no escape. Whatever you choose is hard. And again, whatever your choice is, life is hard. How do the 3 keys I offer you come into play? First, I invite you to invest in human capital. Put in simpler terms, invest in people, especially yourself. However, you found yourself here at this honorable institution of the University of Lagos. This is where it begins, but this should not be where it ends. Consider yourselves lifelong learners. They say your generation does not read. My daughter will counter and tell me that they do, and you just don't read what they read. She will tell me further that Twitter is all text to be read. Memes are not funny without commentaries. Whatever the platform, please be a generation that reads and stays informed. Learn something new every year. I'm permanently on Duolingo. I have learned some Mandarin, and currently I'm learning some Arabic. Take courses on Coursera or Udemy. They are free. Hone your craft. Learn new things. And that is the way you can continue. Merit and independent hard work will only take you so far. The people around you, above you, and below you will help you get further. This brings me to the 3rd key, and don't remind me that I've skipped the 2nd, I know. Hard work with humility. Entitlement is not a nice word. No one likes it. Neither do people being engaged transactionally. I do this for you, and therefore you do this for me in return. Do the right thing because it is the right thing. Our generation was characterized by hard work, going above and beyond what is required. For some, this became unhealthy, leading to stress, stroke, poor family outcomes. And so, no, I'm not advocating 100-hour work week. I'm saying give an extra 10%, an extra 20%. And not for eye service. Not because you seek to be applauded, but because you want to be defined by your work ethic. Let your work output be excellent, because you are a person of excellence. Even as you set healthy work-life boundaries, let the work part count in your favor. Be diligent, not for what you will get, but what will define you. In a world that often celebrates titles over contributions, I'll share a story with you. When we started Guarantee Trust Bank, my first memo were 84, including myself, and I had the duty to post people to different areas. And I wrote my memo. All my memos throughout my stay at Guarantee Trust Bank were to all of us. I never wrote a memo to one person. So I sent out the posting memo. A, Treasury. B, Domestic Operations. C, Credit and Marketing, and so on and so forth. D, Teller. After 2 hours of sending out that memo, which was my practice, I would leave my office and walk around the bank to sense whether my memo worked or my memo did not work. And I got to a point where I ran into a girl. Her eyes were bloodshot, red. And I said, is there a problem? She said, no, Fola, there's no problem. I said, I'm seeing problem now. You say there is no problem. Tell me, what is the problem? And she just she was overcome, burst into tears. Fola, it's not your fault, it's not your fault. But my parents will not understand this. I took a 2-1 from Unilag in economics. I'm a teller. Yes, I know we said all jobs are the same. Yes, I know we said all this, but they will never understand it. That was why she was crying. She didn't want to be a teller. But you know who a teller was? That was our moment of truth person. The person that our customer will touch first. So I was here sending an unhappy person to go and attend to my customers. I kept working because I didn't know at that time what to do. Then I found another one, a man this time. He wasn't crying, but his face was as, you could feel the coldness from afar. I said hi, We had all agreed to call ourselves first names. So I was for that. Anything the matter? No problem. I said, tell me now. He said, no problem. You said this teller thing is for 6 months. I said, yes. Because everybody's going to say 6 months, the first 6 months. So it's my own ill luck that made me the first person that would do the 6 months. At that time, I stopped working. I went back to my office, and then I was overcome. My eyes were misty. Guess what? I was 36, grappling with all this. And after about 10 minutes of thinking, I came across my own conviction that a job that people don't want to do, all of us must do it. So I wrote a memo immediately to all of us, calling back my memo. Computers were not as today. So you have to write the memo, somebody will type it, and then you fling it out. And before the end of the day, I had broken us into 6 groups. Leading from the front, I will lead the first group of 5 people. We have 5 tills, and we will start tellering on Monday. So I was a teller, but I did something. I removed 2 names. Not of the people I met, 2 different people. And when the memo hit the airwaves, as they say, my office door was almost removed. For that, I didn't find my name on the list of tellers. I said, oh, maybe I look. No, this is not what we agreed. I have to be on the list of tellers. Okay, so a job that nobody wanted to do became a job that everybody was struggling to do. That's how we resolved that. And it also showed one thing. There is no menial job. Let's get on with the job. If you find the floor dirty, get it swept. Honestly, get it swept. It doesn't take anything away from you. So much for that. Humility acknowledges that it is not our effort that results in promotion, but the grace of the Almighty God. So we work hard so that opportunity may find us prepared, not because life owes us. As hard as life is, opportunities abound. In 2007, 2008, Funke Opeke came to me with a vision of laying a deep-sea cable from Nigeria to Europe. There was no blueprint for what we were attempting. I thought she was crazy, but I also like crazy ideas. And we were in the midst of a global recession. 2 keys in hand, investing in people, hard work, and diligence. May one emerged and became a platform for millions more to build upon. It's possible that all your data in this room are being carried by Main One. My second key, which you may think that I have forgotten, but which I'm addressing last, is learning to live on 90%. Believe me, it's a very simple principle. If 100 naira is not enough, what does it matter that it's 90? It's still not enough. Yeah, put the 10 aside. As a former banker, but I've been told that there is no former banker. As a banker, therefore, and current investor, I know this is where financial discipline and wealth creation, this is where they begin. If you are a person of faith, after paying your zakat or your tithe, whatever is left, try to live on 90%. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Your salary is 90%. That's what you should, of what your employer said it is. you know, and try and accumulate money. It's like a dam. I don't know whether you have seen, for the engineering people, they understand this. The water will be coming in trickles and in trickles and in trickles, and after a while it will be so massive that when they unleash it, right, it gives us what we have here. That is what money does. And when you accumulate it to a point, I mean, 10 naira can barely do any investment. But one day you'll be surprised. There is 5,000 naira that you have there. But they didn't fly there, the one brought by witches. You have denied yourself and deprived yourself. By the time you see what they begin to do and how they begin to yield and produce, you're on the path. And don't expect that it's at the age of 25 or 30 that you want to be like Wole Olanipekun. Trust me, the man that you see today, you can't even imagine what he has gone through, where he has taken ugly transportation to get to a particular point before he gets here. You see an end product. I'm standing before you too, and then overnight you want to be here, no problem. When my mother died, a few of us, her children, sat somewhere, and I had a lady who looked at us and said, not knowing that I was hearing, that, this is the kind of death that I wish for myself. Look at her children. And one elderly man also overheard. And she looked back at the lady and said, your prayer is not completed. This is the kind of death you want to die? The one said, yes. I bet around more. Can't you see her children? He said, yeah, finish the prayer. May my eyes see what her eyes saw to come to this end. If you want to be Olanipekun, you cannot take the Olanipekun here. You have to say to yourself, what he endured, may I have the strength to endure them. Professor Shadi Ogushola, they're all here, working majestically, we being happy for them. No, they weren't made overnight. For a long time, they were work in progress. And some of them will tell you today that they are still work in progress. Before I close, so, dear University of Lagos graduating class 2024-25, like that young student like yourselves 50 years ago, you are beginning your journey. You are entering a world of both local and global challenges, but it's also a world of myriad opportunities. The principles of compound interest I learned and I fully embrace then still hold true today. Small, consistent investments will grow exponentially and become something bigger than yourselves. Whether you choose entrepreneurship or corporate world or public service, we hope to give you some tokens of wisdom and inspiration to propel you forward. Let me address the faculty and the administrators who have shaped these bright minds. When I look at the University of Lagos, I see good heritage and a future of possibilities. As custodians of Nigeria's greatest assets, our young minds, your role is pivotal. Through your research, your teaching, and your mentoring, you don't just shape individual futures, you help determine our collective destiny. So I plead with you to do more and go further. Innovate and incubate the future of Nigeria in the minds of our youth so that our nation will rise, overcome the limitations of past failures, and emerge as a prosperous leader. We all know it can be on the global stage. Once again, on behalf of all the honorees, I'd like to thank the University of Lagos for honoring us in this remarkable way. It's a call to more excellent action for us and an invitation to do even more for our country. God bless you.
Thank you very much, sir. Chancellor, sir, it is my pleasure to invite the visitor to address the congregation.
Thank you. Please be seated. The Executive Governor of Lagos State, Governor Babajide Olushola Fashola, who is ably, Sanwo-Olu. That was deliberate. I wanted your attention. That was very deliberate. I got you. Who is ably represented today by my dear sister, Barrister Bimbola Saliu Idei, the Chancellor of my alma mater, University of Lagos, the Sheikh of Bonu, His Royal Eminence, Alhaji Dr. Abubakar Ibn Umar, Gaba El Kanemi. Thank you for your service to our fatherland. To our Pro-Chancellor, the best Pro-Chancellor of our time. Myself, on behalf of the alumni, on behalf of our alma mater, we're very fortunate to have you at this point in the history of our university, in the history of our country, as the Pro-Chancellor of this great institution, Chief Wole Olanipekun. Thank you for your enduring service to humanity, human capital development, and your contribution to the service of your motherland. Thank you. I thank you so much. Chief Wole Olanipekun. The Vice Chancellor of the university, Professor Ogunshola, you and I, you know how I feel about you. Well, I had a private conversation with her. I will kind of make it semi-public now. I offered her a very important position, but she said, I can't leave. I have a plan for University of Lagos. I just melted away because of her passion. She thought about this university ahead of her personal self. Thank you for your service to our alma mater. We thank you so much. To the representative of the Oba of Lagos, Oba Rewan Akiolu, who I saw the white car chiefs there, but I think they left. But Erelu Abiola Dosumu is still here. The Erelu Yeye Odua. Thank you for the service to our state and to our country. Thank you. The other distinguished members of the governing councils, principal officers of the universities, dean, faculty members, and to the graduating class of 2025. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, but I saved the best for the last. Great Akokite. Great Akokite. Greatest of the greatest Akokite. Thank you for keeping University of Lagos, our alma mater, alive. Thank you so much. Give a round of applause to yourself. Now, before I read our president's speech, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, I'd like to express my profound delight and excitement returning back to my alma mater, the University of Lagos, as your Minister for Education. I'm profoundly thankful to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for this huge privilege that he has bestowed on me to serve our country. And I promise you, my fellow alumni, I will continue to work day and night to bring our educational sector back to the old golden days. where we can now begin to change our educational system, change our country from a resource-based economy to a knowledge-based economy, where we can now begin to open up enormous opportunities to young citizens to unleash their innate capabilities and potential, to be able to be better, to better themselves, contribute to the community, and contribute to our country and humanity as large. I thank you for this honor to serve our motherland. Now, I would read the President's speech in verbatim. Any errors here are mine. It is with immense joy and deep sense of responsibility that I stand before you today at the 55th Convocation ceremony of the University of Lagos. Today, we celebrate the enduring legacy of this great institution, which has for over 6 decades stood as a bastion of academic excellence, intellectual rigor, and innovation in Nigeria. This gathering is just not only a testament to achievement of our graduating students, but also a celebration of collective contributions of the parents, guardian, faculty, and the wider university community. It is your unwavering commitment to the ideas of education and personal development that has brought us to this proud moment. Today, we honor the graduating students who have demonstrated resilience, diligence, and commitment to academic and personal growth. I salute your determination and the sacrifice you have made to achieve this milestone. You represent the bright future of our nation, and I'm confident you will continue to make Nigeria proud in all your endeavors. Today, the university will be recognizing 2 distinguished individuals who have made groundbreaking contributions to education and development of our nation and beyond. The first person is somebody I hold at a very high esteem, who is my dear Egbo, Mr. Fola Adeola. Thank you for your service to our fatherland. Thank you for your selfless, patriotic, diligent contribution to our country. You've touched so many minds, so many lives that you can't even begin to think about. May Almighty God grant you all the blessings the way you wish for other people, common man, middle income people, and the people at the highest level of the society. You're just a jewel to our nation. So I'm not surprised today. You're being honored by the best university in the country with a DSC Honoris Causa. Let's give a round of applause to Mr. Fola Adeola. And also to my dear brother, Mr. Kola Wale Adesina, the Group Managing Director of Sahara Power Group. You don't know what you're doing, but you are creating opportunities for every Nigerian. You are powering our country. It's difficult, but now I can assure you that your job will be made much easier by the President, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Thank you for your service to our country, and thank you for your service to humanity. They are conferment with honorary degrees of science, DSc Honoris Causa, is based on their excellence, service, and leadership to this institution. I congratulate you once again for this distinguished honor that has been bestowed on you by the University of Lagos. Graduates, as you step into the world beyond the walls of this institution, you do so at a pivotal moment in our nation's history. We live in a world characterized by rapid technological advancement, shifting economic paradigms, and the urgent call to address global challenges, including climate change. Nigeria stands at the threshold of transformation, and your generation holds the key to unlocking our nation's vast potential. The skills and the knowledge you have acquired here must now be harnessed to drive innovation, foster sustainable development, and build a society that is both prosperous and equitable. While challenges persist, I urge you to see them not as obstacles, but as opportunities to innovate and lead. Your education has equipped you to confront adversity with courage and creativity. Let this be your guiding principle as you strive to leave a lasting impact on your communities and a nation at large. My administration recognizes that education is the cornerstone of national development. It is the bedrock upon which a prosperous society is built. This understanding is reflected in our policies and investments in the educational sector. In the proposed 2025 budget, we have allocated 3.5 trillion naira to education, the largest allocation after defense and infrastructure development. I think I'm going to skew away from the president's speech. This is not what he asked me to say, but I think we should all give a round of applause to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for his passionate commitment to human capital development in our country. Now I'll go back to his speech. The third highest allocation, underscoring our commitment to revitalizing the educational sector. This budget of restoration, securing peace, rebuilding prosperity, reflects our determination to stabilize the economy, improves life, and position Nigeria for a brighter future. Key initiatives such as the Nigeria Education Loan Fund are widening access to higher education, ensuring that financial constraints do not hinder our youth from achieving their dreams. Hundreds of thousands of students have already benefited and will remain committed to expanding the loan program to benefit hundreds of thousands more students. Furthermore, we have initiated reforms to address systemic challenges in our tertiary institution, from removing our universities from the integrated personnel payroll information system to removing our universities from having to go cap in hand to the head of service to seek waiver. Also, removing our universities' research grant and endowment from the central bank treasury single account. Now, our universities are now able to move their research grants and develop their endowment to any commercial bank of their choice. These actions demonstrate a commitment to enhancing the quality and stability of higher education. We recognize that our universities are not just centers of learning, but also engines of national development. That is why we're fostering stronger partnership between academia and the industry, and why we're committed to resuscitating critical projects like the electrification initiative, which will lead to energy sufficiency for our institutions by building mini solar power grids of between 2 to 12 megawatts for our universities and teaching hospitals. The University of Lagos, among other institutions, will be one of the beneficiaries of our power installation, furthering our vision of sustainable educational ecosystem that would guarantee these mini power grids will guarantee uninterrupted 24 hours a day electricity supply to University of Lagos and the other universities that were building these mini grids. As graduates of these prestigious universities, you are uniquely positioned to contribute to our national transformation. I urge you to embrace lifelong learning, adapt to change, and become job creators and not just job seekers. Together, we can elevate Nigerian role on the global stage. As your president, I assure you of my administration's unwavering commitment to creating an environment where your aspirations can flourish. We're building infrastructures that connect our cities and enhancing security to protect all citizens of this country. Our mission is clear: a united Nigeria where every citizen can dream, work, and thrive. Unity remains our greatest strength. Our diversity is not weakness, but a source of incredible richness. Let us harness this diversity and work together to overcome challenges, seize opportunities, and build Nigeria where we can all be proud of. To the graduating class of 2025, I say, you are the torchbearers of a future. Embrace your responsibilities with courage, integrity, and compassion. Be fearless in your pursuit and steadfast in your commitment to excellence. The University of Lagos has equipped you with the tools to succeed. Now, go forth and make history. Carry the spirit of excellence that defines this institution, and let your achievement illuminate the path for generations to come. Congratulations once again to the graduates, your families, and the entire university community. Together, let us build a Nigeria that fulfills the dream of all its citizens. Thank you, and may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
It is my pleasure to invite the Chancellor, His Royal Eminence, Alhaji Dr. Abubakar Umar Gabai El Kanemi, CFR, Shehu of Borno, to dissolve the Assembly.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على نبي الكريم. The Beast President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, heavily represented by the Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Olatunji Alausa, a representative of His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Lagos State, that is the SSG, the Secretary to the State Government, Your Royal Highness, the Oba of Lagos, and other royal fathers here present, including traditional title holders and councillors, all along came from Borno and other states, sister states, Pro-Chancellor and other members of the Council, the Vice-Chancellor and other principal officers of the University of Lagos, Vice-Chancellors and representative of the other universities, including one of our own Secretary Chancellor, Nigerian Chancellor, who is also the Shetima of Borno, Professor Andrew Haruna, here present, just I saw him. These directors, heads of departments, unit heads, and other officials of the University of Lagos, president and representative of professional bodies, Honorary of Lagos, our council members and others, members of the Alumni Association here present, our dear students and parents, members of the press, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I will not waste much of your time because all what I wanted to say has been said, so I will try as much as possible to be very limited. It is with gratitude to the Almighty Allah that I welcome you all to the 55th Convocation ceremony of the University of Lagos. Let me use this opportunity to appreciate members of the University Governing Council led by Pro-Chancellor, the Vice-Chancellor, as well as other members of the University Management team for successful hosting of this great event. I also wish to register my appreciation who have contributed to the remarkable achievement and academic successes recorded by the university. For the students on campus, I urge you to always maintain peace and pursue your studies with all seriousness. The university will continue to provide all needed services and conducive environment for reading and learning, as well as taking care of your welfare. You should avoid all forms of violence and social vices to maintain peace within and outside the campus. My congratulations also goes to the graduating students for their academic attainment, and I hope you will be good ambassadors of this university. On final note, I want to sincerely appreciate and commend the Pro-Chancellor, Chief Wale, Nek Kefu, San, Separ, the Senate, the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Kola Fade Ogunsola, OON, FAS, the academic and non-academic staff for the dedication and commitment to the progress and development of the university. I hope you will continue to commit yourself to the service and progress of the university. I thank you all for your kind attention. On a final note, I dissolve the congregation close. Thank you.
Thank you very much, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Permit me to call on the Imam of our university, Professor Tajuddin Yusuf, to please come and give us the closing prayer.
اللهم ربنا آتينا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. Oh Lord, give us good things in this world and also give us good things thereafter and save us from the hellfire. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you very much. We'll take the national anthem, and please let's remain standing in our positions. We'll take the national anthem. We'll allow the people on the podium to exit the auditorium before we leave. The national anthem, please.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians home and proud to serve our sovereign motherland.
talking to you. Trying to talk.